So, back for the final episode this week with Justin Burns' second place Roanoke team, and it's gone reasonably well. There's only a couple of unfortunate matches, but we're into the 1600s now, which is nice. Actually starting to climb, which I probably should have done before I started this, but my climbing on Boyt was the IC before, so we'll just have to make do with 1600s, but hopefully we'll just keep on climbing during the matches on these videos anyway. Hopefully there's going to be people still on Battlespot, because Battlespot does seem to be a lot more empty in December, because people aren't so bothered with Sun anymore. There's only one European tournament, like major tournament, still there. There's at least one more American one. I can't remember if there's two. But yeah, people are just waiting for Moon, I guess. So, to be fair, I'm waiting for Moon as well. But I'm looking forward to the Harrogate Regionals, because I do have a team that seems to be working, that seems to be Boyty. Well, it doesn't seem to be Boyty, it just is Boyty. So, hopefully I can do well in that regional, because that is pretty much the deciding tournament for the stipends to and the travel awards to Germany. So hopefully I can do well there. But this is a pretty hard Trick Room team that has not got any restricteds on it. So I feel like I can just spore things. If I lead with Amoongus, it will outspeed his Torkoal. So I don't want to get his Torkoal into Trick Room. Actually, no, I've got my own Kyogre, so I can just counteract that fairly easily. So I do want to lead with Amoongus. This is not going to be the most competitive match, he says, as he's about to get bodied. But probably should have had some restricteds there. And one of the nice things about, I do think Oranguru is good, because it is immune to Lunala. It's a psychic type that's immune to Lunala, which is really, really nice. And I'm surprised it hasn't popped up a bit more. But, oh well. He's got no, redirection to help with the Trick Room. Or any fake outs or anything as well. So, I think I'm going to leave with Kartana or Amoongus. I'm going to spore something and hopefully KO something else with Kartana. I definitely want Kyogre, and I'm pretty sure I want Incineroar here as well. So, no Lunala because of the Oranguru's normal typing. I could have brought Lunala just to reverse the Trick Room if it went up, but oh well. Incineroar's much better for stalling that Trick Room if it goes up, if I somehow lose my Amoongus to a Torkoal that's got into the sun in Trick Room. He should be leading Oranguru something. Torkoal Gastrodon. So this is pretty ideal, right? It looks like it's okay. Just depends how fast that Torkoal is. Whether it's actually min speed, because I can Leaf Blade and I can Spore. But if that Torkoal is a stupidly fast one for some reason, then this is not going to be ideal. Yeah, withdrawing Gastrodon makes sense, but... And there's Oranguru, but this is going to be two-shot by a Life Orb Leaf Blade, surely. So, just going to have to wait and see if the Torkoal is min speed as it should be. Yes, it is. Good. So unless it's like Lumberry, then we should be fine. And even then, even if it gets the double knockout with an Eruption, I still go into my Kyogre and Water Spout. So I can Leaf Blade KO the Oranguru. I think I want to switch something into Kyogre. But if I switch Amoongus into Kyogre and he gets the first turn wake, then Kartana will get KO'd. I do have Grass, not Amoongus, so it's not the worst thing if Kartana goes down. I think it is probably better if I Spore. But then he could still be Safety Goggles. I'll switch the Amoongus out, because I do have Grass Knot for the Gastrodon, and I will Leaf Blade again into the Oranguru. Because it is somewhat messing around with sleep turns, but the sleep turns are in my favour at the moment. So even if the Oranguru protects, he would have to get the first turn wake anyway. And even if he does, I'll still just Water Spout next turn. Okay, so there's no Trick Room this match. Is he going to get the first turn wake to KO Kartana? Because if he doesn't, the game's just over. yeah, he stays asleep. So pretty comfortable. But a team with no restricteds is not the most ideal in VGC 19. So you probably should have 2 restricteds. Just Lurantis, like I've got a Beast Boost now. Smart Strike into Water Spout definitely KOs, so not really any reason to do anything else. I could switch into Gastrodon here with the Torkoal, and I could have Leaf Bladed that, but like I'll just Leaf Blade it next turn. It doesn't really make a difference. So unless he's protecting the Lurantis, but even if he is, I'll still be able to get a KO with Kartana next turn. Nope, no protects, so looks like we are just going to sweep here. Because that is just enough for a knockout. So even in the sun though, would a Water Spout KO the Torkoal? I'm curious to find out. I want to say it probably should, because I'm still at full HP, and it will turn into single target if I Leaf Blade the Gastrodon. He could protect an Eruption, oh, and he's still asleep as well, so so it is still somewhat safe. He's just got a 50-50 chance of waking up, so I'm just going to Water Spout again, and just Leaf Blade the Gastrodon. This seems pretty straightforward, so yeah, he's just gone. So still climbing, but that was definitely not the most competitive of the matches, unfortunately, so not the most ideal way to start to end the week. So hopefully we're going to find someone with 2 restricteds this time. But then watch those restricteds be Cosmog and Zygarde 10. I mean, that technically still counts, but has every restricted got points now? I think, isn't it like only regular Kieran that doesn't have points? I feel like that's the only one that's left. So if you still got some MSSs or PCs out there, you should get on and use regular Kieran. I haven't checked VGC stats for a little while, so I don't know if Kieran is on there now, but I'm gonna have to deal with this first. Okay. This is going to be a tricky one. Like, normally on these kind of builds, the Kyogre's Scarfed. This is going to be a tricky one. I can lead with my Lele to stop both his potential fake outs and get a strong Moonblast onto the Yveltal. I think Lele Kartana is actually a pretty reasonable lead. Not too much that can go wrong there. If he's Scarf Kyogre, then I will need to Psychic it first, and then hope that it Water Spouts and doesn't KO my Kartana. I don't think Origin Pulse actually KOs Kyogre anyway, but Water Spout still should, so I would need to double attack it. I do want my own Kyogre, even though he's got his Toxicroak. And then not sure I want my Amoonguss because of his Finny. Incineral's okay, but Lunala's, if the Yveltal's not there, Lunala is actually still really good, so I'm going to bring Lunala. So we'll have to see if he leads with his Kyogre here. So I'm not going to find out if it's Scarfed or not, because this Lele will always get its Psychic Terrain before the Drizzle. You won't be able to fake out here, which is going to be nice. Finny Kyogre. That's alright, isn't it? I can just Psychic the Kyogre and Leaf Blade the Finny. It would be nice if the Misty Surge went before the Drizzle, because then that means that I could Leaf Blade the Kyogre instead this turn. Actually, Moonblast is obviously better because of the Misty Surge now. I don't see anything too wrong with Moonblast and Leaf Blade. Like, another option that I'm thinking of is Detect and Magic Rune, because then Kartana will definitely outspeed the Kyogre, and I wouldn't get Icy Winded. I think I will just still Moonblast and Leaf Blade the Finny. Because we could get a special attack drop here as well, which would be nice. Okay, he wasn't Scarfed, which makes this a bit easier because Life Orb is definitely going to take out the Tapu Fini. Most Finis can EV to live that, but not Life Orb. And then we'll just have to see what's coming out here. It's an Icy Wing from the Kyogre. It was a pretty fortunate dodge from Kartana, but normally you expect Icy Wind to come out of the other water thing. So, interesting tech there. Especially because you're slowing me down so your Gyro Balls... Well, actually, no. You need to Icy Wind me loads of times before the Gyro Balls lose their 150 base power because of Stack Attacker's abysmal speed. If he has a Fake Out one, he can go into it and click Fake Out now. If he goes into a Veltal, the Finny does now underspeed it. Which means he can knock me out with a knockoff. Kartana still outspeeds a Veltal though, and I've got a +1. So, I could protect Icy Wind. But he surely can't do that because I'll just Leaf Blade the Kyogre. So I'm going to Dazzling Gleam. No, I can't. I thought I'd already lost my Choice Scarf by hand. So I do need to Moonblast. I'm going to double into this Veltal here with Smart Strike and Moonblast. And he did just attack with both, so he was willing to lose his... that does a lot. He was willing to lose his... Substitute, wow. I guess I made the correct play then. He's willing to lose his Kyogre just to the Leaf Blade, because that, like, if I Leaf Blade and Moonblast, like the most obvious play, oh, Hydro Pump as well, bringing out all the text, this is going to KO Lele. Then you just lose your Kyogre and you lose your substitute, so that was quite a curious play. What else do you have in the back? Stack Attacker, Raichu, or Toxicroak. If it's Stack Attacker, I can just Sacred Sword it, so that's not an issue. If it's one of the Fake Out Mons, then I want something to be able to contest his Kyogre at the same time, so I'm going to go into my Kyogre. And there's Toxicroak, okay. So I can just double into this Kyogre here, because I can Psyshock that Toxicroak whenever I want. So I'll just Thunder and... Thunder shouldn't KO. Because it is an Icy Wind one, so it should probably be bulky enough to take this Thunder. I think it does around like 70%, so that's going to be pretty close. Yeah, Fake Out into Kyogre. Okay, so maybe expecting my Protect from Kartana, but that didn't happen, and Kartana's just going to sweep here, so very nice. So definitely not the, I guess, the most competitive game, so I think I will try and find one more, just to try and end it off on a bit of a better note than this, but then just watch me lose in a devastating fashion in the next game. This will KO the Toxicroak unless it's Sash. So I've got all the Beast Boost now, so definitely going to KO. Pretty comfortable, pretty comfortable. So yeah, I think this is reasonably short as well. So I think I will just get one more. What, like, we're starting to climb into the 1600s reasonably now, so. But it will be reset. It would surely be reset when Moon comes out. So I guess we'll just have to see how high we can climb before Moon. But it should be a reasonable rating. Yeah, 1633. That's fine. It could be better. Like 3 losses isn't ideal. But gonna find someone immediately, which is nice. Okay. Pretty similar team. He's got a Coco over Lele, so this is near a mirror. And he knew exactly what he was doing, so that could be a bit concerning. So the normal leads with these is Coco, Lunala. And if I lead my Lunala, he'll Skydrop my Lunala and Tailwind. Because then he can hit it on the drop, break the Shadow Shield, and Moongeist Beam. So I think The way to go should be Incineroar, Lunala, because I can fake out his Coco and Trick Room. And I want my own Kyogre. I think Kartana? But Mungus and Trick Room would be really nice, but I am put off slightly, especially because I'm not bringing the Lele because of his Coco. So... I'll just have to see how this goes. It should be okay. If he is just like, because he locked in immediately, and that team very commonly just goes with Coco Lunala with Kyogre and Kartana in the back. So... But it's just the Coco Lunala, I'm going to fake out in Trick Room, yep. Everyone leads that. Even I always led that, and had the Kartana Coco in the back. Yep, there's the Electric Seed. As expected. So Lunala can't be KO'd. It can only be KO'd with Choice Specs. Moonguy's being through the Shadow Shield. So I can just fake out here and Trick Room. He could Roar. Very easily could Roar. I always Roar in this situation. But we'll see if he's the smart guy that roars the Lunala. If he is, could be a bit awkward. Nope, he's the one that tailwinds. That was not the play. Very nice, very nice. So that's ideal. Like, you need to, in that situation, you need to roar the Lunala. Because this team needs to roar Lunala. The opposing team needs to roar Lunala. So, that's pretty nice. Don't know if he's carrying Protect on his Lunala or not. I could double into the Coco with just a knockoff and Moonguy's Beam, and that would pick up the KO. Can't KO either of my Pokemon back, so I could claim the KO whenever I want. If I U-turn into the Lunala to break the Shadow Shield and Moonguy's Beam, he could Electric Move my Kyogre that would be coming in. I could still go into Kartana actually, because he's Tailwinded, so I'll still be slower. So actually, I'm going to U-turn the Lunala to break the Shadow Shield and Moonguy's Beam. Because they don't commonly carry Protect, which this one doesn't seem to, so it is going to be KO'd here. And I will go into Kartana because he is attacking with his Coco, so I want to keep my Kyogre safe. And because of his Tailwind, my Kartana will still underspeed everything. Because we've already seen Electric Seed, this is going to KO the Lunala now. Very nice. But good on him for attacking with the Coco. It could be Volt Switch, or it could just be its standard electric move, which is Thunder, Blind Thunder. That into Lunala, it looked like it turned. Yeah, so I could have gone into Kyogre there, which is a bit of a shame. Because if I would have done, it would have been in a fantastic position. But he's going to go into his own Kartana, which is fine because the Cocos are usually a Assault Vest on this team, and I'm pretty sure that Life Orb, Leaf Blade, should KO that Coco, and then I can just go for Moonguy's Beam into the Kartana. And he's gone. Very, very high note to finish on, but yeah, I've played that team. Like, that was the first team, like the team structure that I started with, the Coco Lunala Electric Seed with Kartana and Kyogre in the back, and ended up with Sneasel, Terrakion ultimately. Had a Abominable for the tournament, the Frankfurt tournament over Terrakion, but then Terrakion makes a lot more sense. But yeah, I played that team a lot. I know how to beat it now, so. You do need to roar the Lunalas in those situations though, and if he had roar, he should have gone for it. But yeah, that was pretty smooth. So pretty good end to the run with Justin's team. I think did I lose twice? It was either once or twice, I think. So like a pretty reasonable run in the end. So have to figure out what I'm going to be using next week, because I still need to keep my Harrogate team hidden for one more week, so I can't use that on the channel next week. And then the week after that, I'm going back actual home. So we'll have to see what I'm going to be doing for next week. So I don't know if you've got any suggestions for teams you want to see me use, like if there's like any QR stuff or any teams from other regionals that you've seen. Put in the comments if you want me to use anything. So I'll have to find another team to use. Maybe I'll use my version of the Coco Lunala stuff, because I don't think I put that on this channel yet. I did stream it just a little bit, so maybe I use my Sneasel Terrakion version of that. Put in the comments if you want to see that. I'll have to work out what I'm going to be using, but we'll have to wait and see until then. Thanks for watching.